It ends. Or like 5 minutes before the next update drops, but it ends. Vampire Survivors BESWEC ends on episode 689 as we're ending Emerald Diorama. Thank you for mezzying around for this long, far too long journey. Can I get up here? I think I can get to one of them, and it's bad to sit in the center. It's terrible here. Yeah, I can get over here, which is also bad, and I shouldn't do it. I guess this is a better spot. Anyway, because I'm on Xbox, the Bolataro, whatever update it is, Potato Farm update isn't coming out till after this video is released, probably. Which is good for me in my extremely specific circumstances, since it means I don't have to create weird double episodes. And can actually think about things. On the other hand, this is 110 characters. Oh my god. I mean, that's only 4 more recordings over Ode to Castlevania. But still, it's the principle of the matter. And because it's based on, well, Emerald Diorama, I don't have to deal with any of those stinky Emerald Diorama characters again. But also, it's not going to flow as easily, because Emerald Diorama characters are all at the very end, and there's only a few of them who didn't do Ode to Castlevania. There's quite a few Ode to Castlevania characters that didn't go through here on Emerald Diorama, which means, well, that's going to be more annoying to thumbnail and pick out. Speaking of which, I chose Dolores instead of Final Emperor. It's just so easy to miss who is supposed to be going where when you're looking, well, however far distance away that is on my monitor. I'm not busting out a ruler or a measuring tape to check that out. And on your monitor, it'll be a totally different size, so who knows. Oh, who even has the attractor? Pascalina? Before I recorded the final section of the last one, since this is actually being recorded like 20 minutes after the end of Ode to Castlevania, I'll have like 7 segments complete. Let's go with like 5 segments complete before Ode to Castlevania is, well, not posted, but before I have to go into work. And after work, I can get a couple more in. That'll be 10 out of 25, 28 total. So I'll be about halfway done. By the time it's less than 20, well, the day before it has to be posted. And since I know I could get that done with Ode to Castlevania, I can definitely get it done with Emerald Diorama. Even if it's a bit of a harder start here. Yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. I actually have to grab chests here because, well, Emerald Diorama gets so rough. Though they really do seem to get inflated more by Hyper. And why didn't I grab this earlier? I should be fine with just doing Sapphire Mess Sword Brothers once it maxes out. Double Sword Brothers basically guarantees you invincible enough to get through. Like, it's not even maxed, and the invincibility is triggering long enough that Pascalina is not going to be taking a hit, especially with Spellbinder. Well, I guess I don't know if Spellbinder affects it, but I believe it does. Because it affects other invincibilities. Well, the one other invincibility from Laurel. And heck, nope. Well, not no future, but Rune Tracer's still going to be doing some decent damage here. Uh-oh. So probably more here. Yeah, if I, like, set it up here, it's going to basically keep that corridor clear by itself, huh? Didn't mean to go in here. Oh, wow, you actually got off enough. Like, that is just silly. Like, I'm not even remotely on this platform. Just venting. You never even laid down to just vent. I suppose I can kind of see it beneath the Refectio. Hey, let's get some Rune Tracer in there. Okay, looks like I've maxed out most of my stuff, which means we're going to be on Easy Street. While this team is more midline for power, it is a good barometer for how things are going to go. Wait, I have a Nate. No, Emerald automatically means this team has a lot of power because Max Empty Tome from the start is amazingly strong. That saves you 5 level pickups at best, and gets you a lot of strong, powerful options. Why is there red Kina? Is this always here? Get out here, you. I like my bugs green. Ow. The old smacky the head. Sword action. Emerald Diorama. And then there'll be more Ode to Castlevania, and then a whole new update. I shouldn't be taking any real damage. Just in case, well, I suppose I don't even need it just in case, because there's no way that we are losing Pascalina with max cooldown. And max sword brothers. If anything, I should just put the controller down. And rest my everything. At the very least, once we go back to one episode. Well, not one episode, but only one stage. And then I guess a side recording of a couple others to make it faster on the back end. Just to chunk down these new stages a bit. If I get on 4 for each video, that's going to add up pretty quickly, actually. Like, 1 queue, then these 4 on the new stage. And then for a few seconds, it'll be both new stages, just to knock it down a bit more. Then that's 5, 15, 30 down on queue alone. And that's going to be a much better section than they're just constantly skipping over other stuff. Then again, the stages might be dangerous enough that I don't skip over things, but that seems unlikely. Oh god, this means I have to deal with Flea Man again, doesn't it? No, I was free, Ponkle. I was free. How could you make me play more Flea Man? I did check the store when it was working, and it still hasn't been released on Xbox. Which is a surprise, because, Phil Spencer really likes it. So not ramming the protections through was a surprise. Okay, there's the end of this Emerald Diorama. 329, 3.2 million, 3.6 million, 2.2 million. I didn't check the rune tracer, but it's there anyway. Oh boy, oh boy. Actually, I'm going to stick in the middle here and see how that goes with this team. Let Poe give us some stuff. This is probably going to be one of our worst teams just because Llama's curse adds up pretty quickly, and Arca's power and Porta's power are not really on display well here. Well, Arca did get the Attract Orb, so that's good. He got the Refectia though, so he has to sit in the middle. That's bad. Well, for now, it's fine. For now, it's fine. God, Emerald Diorama is such a pain. Also, the fact that it's actually pretty hard to tell the time at the top doesn't help either. But anyway, here is Sword Brothers carrying the victory, because everything else was pathetic and weak. So pathetic and weak. So pathetic and weak. Wait, I have to pay attention to this one too, because Christine's here. Ugh. Oh, just ugh. In fact, this is like one of the only teams I'm going to have to actually watch. This is one of the only ones that's going to be in serious danger, like this and Toasty. Okay, let's get over to the side first, because this is just safer. Limits their avenues of approach. Okay, Christine. Why did they freeze? No attract orb yet. Really should not be sending Clarici. Should be Demario. He's second, he's second. Good God, Christine. Let's just hope we can get some luck on that pentagram. It took 18 minutes for Christine to do a pentagram that didn't wipe out every gem on the map. It was the one and only pentagram she did that didn't destroy all the gems. God. The horror. The horror. But it's all uphill from here, right? Can't get any worse than wiping out every single XP gem. Even Toasty will at least have random. Wait, no, there's... Okay, this team is not exactly A either, but at least it should be better than that nonsense I just came off of. And we'll actually get into an area where we can do some benefits with Papaya here. Pugnala, Papaya, Conchetta, Giovanna. Help. Not peace. Well, Conchetta's not actually the fastest Giovanna is. But she got the attract orb, so she's our control. Forgetting this gem. Forgetting this gem. Probably should hit record, but God, do I not want to deal with watching these characters fall apart. 1.2 million. 110 million on Gotti. 8.6 on Refectio. Wow, you did a lot with Refectio. That Boogle of Illusions really beefed you up, huh? Alright, Emerald Diorama with Mortaccio Kelvina, Bianca Ramba, and oh, Soul Mio. Soul is Mio. You can't stop it. Boy, whoever gets the attract orb, a boot. Whoever gets the attract orb is not oh Soul. Come on. Well, kind of hope it's Mortaccio now, but then it's Calvino, go figure. Oh well, I'll just flip between the two of them. As I need to be. And Bianca gets the Sword Brothers. Go figure. Another one I basically had to pay attention to all the way through. Decided to go with Awake Sarabande just because the healing and the damage was a good combo. I even managed to fort up for a bit with just vents, but they were just coming in so hard. This is not a weapon set that accomplishes much across the map. Better when they close in. But I didn't want them to close in, that's dangerous. Still, at this point, Mortaccio should be outright invincible with all of this stuff going on. And he didn't even get hit. I died a lot on Calvino. Centralis. Oh no. Okay, Sir Ambrojo and his team of these guys. Yes. Gallo, Diavano, and Zias. I should have grabbed Diavano. Dang it, I keep going to the wrong one. I used Ziasunta. Well, actually, no. This is an excellent spot for Sir Ambrojo. I mean, it's terrible for Ziasunta, but what isn't terrible for her? Vento Sacro, you're so bad. So bad, you blow my mind, Vento Sacro. Vento Sacro. Oopsie doodle. So I noticed something during this. And it does look like the area actually does affect Sword Brothers. It increases the size of the sword when it comes down from the top of the screen, and not the size of the sword when it does the spread and then the fan out. So one would suppose that area might actually be good, because if you get big enough to hit the whole screen, that seems unlikely, even if you get like 1,000. But who knows, maybe that'll be tried in the future. In the future. In the future. In the future. Okay, random is the only one I can even pretend to rely upon here. So, Centralis starter. Let's see, 134 health, 136 might, that's good. Your stats are terrible for a random. Boy, I sure hope you scale like mad. Well, we'll see. Oh man, Sword Brothers. On a side piece. Well, that's just the fate of it is. Hoping to get Sword Brothers and Centralis both on random. Heck, I was hoping to get Sword Brothers. Heck, I was hoping to get Refectio. Oh, there's Refectio, and knowing my luck, it's going to be Smith 4 that manages to pick it up. The Just Vent. Oh, no, randoms managed to do it, which is a lot better than some of the other chances. Hey, we managed to get up to 100 and make Toasty unstoppable. Yay, Toasty. Just try and stop him now. You can't. It's too strong for you. Why do you only have 10,000 health? That seems so low these days. Well, whatever. They're not going to stop him anyway. He's probably got like 100 health by now with all this stuff. Not hitting 200, that's for dang sure. Oh hey, he actually managed to recover enough health to get back up to a visible health bar. 1.4 million. Sword Brothers, you did nothing. 3 million on Refectio, that did a lot. 5.7 million on Vandaliers somehow. And 22 million on the Just Vent because it kept killing every single boss that showed up. Okay, Boon Mariabo, Avatar and Furnace, and Minra. Minra? One of those has to be correct. Anyway, this should be a much simpler venture on account of this is probably one of the most powerful teams I'm going to get. And sure, the Queen Sigma team, probably the strongest team of the normal group. Well, no, Space Dete is actually probably stronger than Queen Sigma in this specific circumstance, just because Photon Storm's so ridiculous. But yeah, this team is not going to have an issue, and I won't even have to run away like the coward I am. And like I thought, this team, no issues. Level 10, it barely... I probably could have gone in at level 1 and just won. Level 1, just 1, yeah. Heck, well, I did get Empty Tome, but it's not like that really keeps up that much with just one level. They are closing in on the end of the base characters, so that's goody gumdrops. We're out of here. Victory, yeah. Alright, Trouser. Get your pants away from me. I mean, Greatest Jubilee's not bad, and he's like the only character that can really convincingly get it. Oh boy. Let's see. Backwards, missing no. Decent amount of might, no health, incredible cooldown, area's huge, so this should be another simple one. Which is good. I don't like things being difficult. Wait, who the hell has... Oh right, Cosmo has the hit-ins. Why am I not at triple speed? There we go. There we go. I can't afford to not have triple speed on. There isn't enough time in the day. Because my alarm clock felt like not working. Oh, it was so hard to see what the time was. But yeah, that's the power of Google Illusion. Quite a lot of leveling. Go, Cosmo, you can avoid death. Well, actually you can because you have Sword Brothers maxed out. I don't have to worry about any of this. But I'll leave anyway. Death has no power over me. Oh, that Sword Brothers would have won easily. Normally this team would be stronger, but, well, you run into the unfortunate case in that Gyorutan exists. So that endless curse popping up causes annoying issues. Which, you know, you don't want that. You want to make sure... God, those are so tiny compared to that missing nose. So we're actually going to go out and level up a bit here instead of just sitting about and doing nothing. Because I feel like then doing nothing for most of this, once I just get enough levels. And that'll be better for me, and you, and really everyone skidding. Wait, it's 28, not 29. I'm supposed to start re-recording. Good grief. Oh, anyway, yeah, just a few levels and then nothing could touch you. And I do mean just a few. I didn't have to worry about anything. Yeah, look at how much that went as soon as I bothered. Sure, let's get Sarah Bonde. Wait, did she? Oh, Death showed up. That's what happened. And Queen Sigma has priority on all Arcana, even if she's not the first player character. Okay, so Gazebo has beaten Emerald Diorama before, so we're going to grab what would otherwise be the last character. In this case, it's Blackmore to fill in that spot so I can keep going down the 4 row with much easier. Which, frankly, I should have done for the other one on Ode to Castlevania. But meh. Also, incidentally, I think some of the characters that I didn't complete stages with, I actually did, and the game just decided to ignore that. Because one of them was Megalo Dracula on Lake Foscari, and then I went and did that off camera to fill in the blank. And I had to do it 3 times because the game kept not counting it. So, yeah, that happened. Yeah. Oh, I really lost track of time on this one. Oh boy. Wow, I didn't even get enough XP to become Sword Brother Invincible. Run, Bat Robert, run! Let's fix that. Well, they're just sort of stuck on each other, it seems. That's funny. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh no, one of them's trying to break free. I got so many bats, they can't catch this Bat Robert. There's an armadillo here. When did that get there? Who would have spawned that in? Santa? Maybe Santa? No one would think that could do it. Ew. Wait, all of this went on to Bat Robert. I can't Sword Brother Invincible. No. Okay, after the Bat Robert nonsense, we've got Space Dude. Bats, bats, bats! Rose Day and Furnace. Oh, is that Mazo familiar? Yeah, it is. Huh. And then there's a big blue guy. We don't talk about him. Go, bats, go! Wait, is it only revives or... No, it should only be regular revives, not like coffin revives. That would be silly. I do love to be silly. Perhaps you too can be silly with me one day. Oh, yeah. No trouble here, as expected. I mean, a lot of stuff on screen, but it's not like it does much. Even though Rose does add quite a lot of enemies, it also adds quite a lot of XP. And we like XP here in the Vampire Survivors BESWEC. XP is levels. Levels are victory. And victory brings us 4 more down on the BESWEC. Oh, looky there. It's Guru Tin, the last. Well, he and Space Dete are the last of the base game characters. Yay! Because Space Dete exists, this is the freest win there is. I won't need to move at all. There's Myong Moonspell, and regular Many Moonspell has turned over to Megalo form and gotten me XP somehow. I guess it increases the area. I don't know, I haven't played her, seriously, in over a year at this point, probably. Well, I don't know. I don't care to know, because she's done. Oh god, it's so easy not having to move. You forget that there's even a game playing. Anyway, there's Space Dete. Oh right, the sheer number of space ducks makes it hard for Death to actually, Red Death to actually make it inside. Haha, space ducks win. And then we get an invincible character and don't have to worry about moving at all. Yay, invincibility, the greatest of powers. Who needs raw damage when you can just not die? After all, living is the goal of everyone. Now, some may be more successful at living, but none are more successful than the invincible. Yeah. Oh man, this would have been absolutely brutal if I didn't have a completely invincible character on my team. Man, Moonspell of Menya Megalo. It sure is great to be invincible. I mean, what else can I add? I'm invincible. There's never any gonna be a challenge here. Hey, a game overed. That actually makes this quicker to get out of. Now here's one I'll actually have to put some effort into. We got Megalos Yuta, Gambit only being worthless, Eleanor being okay, and Maruto, who's definitely going to be the strongest one here, but will he actually be able to pull that off? Well, he will if he gets a Tract Orb. Yay, a Tract Orb. We're going to bring that orb and make it nice, big, and attractive. Smashy, smashy time. Oh boy, I'm gonna need some Divine Bloodline here. God, I am losing track of time way too much. Really, Gavidoni's the one who survives because of Sword Brothers. All the characters I don't want to survive, you are basically at the top of the list just because of a sheer pain of what you were to do on the second wave, Gavidoni. Yeah, we'll even humiliate you with 1.6 million. You did barely more than a non-moving just vent. We'll ignore Maruto because we know Maruto is better. Way back in the day, I had the thought that if you combined Genevieve and Lumiere, you would be getting constant vacuums and rosaries and not having to move ever. You know, it would be super duper mega powerful and spam you to infinity. But then I realized, no, that wouldn't work. Because A, it doesn't group up like that, and B, you have to split it between the characters. It's only for their levels, it's not for anyone else's levels. So that means in this circumstance, it's even less powerful because there's 4 characters. Hey, I actually remembered to get it in at the 28-minute mark this time. This team had a surprisingly bit more difficulty than I thought, considering, well, it's this team. So I suppose that Keith and I actually being able to pull off Millionaire does help contribute to a lot of the damage being dealt for their ability to do pain on the enemies. Hey, get that chest I clearly need. Oh boy, it's 30. Yay. Wait, what was that smash? It looked like an Iskizabert finisher smash. Oh boy, it's Sammy time! I don't even need Silent Old Sanctuary. I sure hope I don't need Silent Old Sanctuary. Well, let's see if we can get off without Silent Old Sanctuary. Wait, right, you get things like this. Oh no! Problems are occurring. Or will they? Sure hope they don't occur. That'd be really problematic if they did. Oh no, oh no. I guess the Refectio is causing some issues, so... How about a nice Tirajisu for Engineer Gino? He deserves some cake after his hard day at work. And therein goes the power of Sammy Face. 195 levels. Hey, someone went down. Probably be concerned about that. That actually happened, then I need to go get, like, Sarabande of Healing. Why did I get Sarabande? I should have grabbed Awake. Yeah, that would have comboed better. Sure, why not? And because they all have HP times level at this point, my damage, my poor damage can't keep up. Like, look at that, it's only 3 health. 3 health. I hit record, right? 3 health. No, all my dead bodies. Probably should use one of those as a thumbnail at some point, huh? Hey, Ghostlino! Thanks for the win, Ghostlino! I didn't even need to move, Ghostlino! Why did I move, Ghostlino? Ghostlino! 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 I could not get that up to 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes, like 30 seconds. I see how long these are when I put them into the program. I just saw the minute at the top and went, yeah, that's clearly been a minute and not 15 seconds. Oh, Ghostlino, you are the only reason this team even has the slightest chance of surviving. Good thing you exist, and you are providing your complete invincibility. Because, oh god, what would they have done otherwise? Clear debris? No. Sharp tongue? No. Gust vent? No. This was a 0 out of 10 team, only buoyed by the fact that they had someone that literally could not die. Well, I guess Guardian Peanut could have done something with Endless Reviving, but meh. Alright, now a team that actually has to put in some effort, as we've got Scientist Mina, a horse. Megalo Impostorina will be the only one who accomplishes anything here. And Bill Riser, who, well, do your best, Bill. Do your best. Up and down, around and town. He's got Just Vent and Refectio working. You're going to need to level up so much, and we're not going to get Boogaloo either. Too dangerous for Boogaloo. Revenge! Revenge for all the failures on Emerald Diorama. We must not lose. We cannot lose. We will persevere even against the darkest darkness. And stand resolute. And shine on. We will end this Emerald Diorama. And end all the evils of this world. With the ultimate power of a horse. That parties, hardies, hardies. Also, there's some other characters there that probably existed, but who cares when you got a party horse? Okay, this really should have been recorded about what is it? 2.5 hours earlier than this is, but it's not, because life is just going to throw lemons in your face. Except in this case, it's more like a chainsaw? Yeah, let's go with that. Anyway, Lance Bean. Is his name Lance Bean? I'm calling him Lance Bean anyway. Ariana Spread Gun, Lucia no last name, and Pepe are here on Emerald Diorama to conquer it. Well, I guess fail to conquer it, because god, this is probably one of the weakest teams I get. Oh man, I basically had to pay attention to this one the whole way through. It was really bad. It got really bad. Also, this one is releasing on Halloween. I really should have recognized that when I started recording it. Will I go in costume? I don't know. Is there even a reason to go in costume? Probably not. I don't think I'm going to get trick-or-treaters where I'm at. You know, I could finally afford to put out some candy. Cats. Have a dog a bone. Remember, hit record before I hit this. Anyway, here's Brownie, here's Sheena, Probotector, and Stanley. Stanley's ability to armor, might armor. One of those two has to be correct. Will become invariably strong. Sure hope he's the one that he didn't get Centralis. Oh well, that is the fate I've not chosen for myself, because I hit random. But also I chose it for myself by hitting random. We'll go with that. That is a line of logic that one can follow. Here's another one I had to pay more attention than I'd like. I got really down to the wire when I took my eyes off the screen. When I did look, boy, was it bad. Just slivers of health on everyone. Brownie had actually gone down and busted his rise. But all you need is a little bit of treasure. And things can turn around. Things can turn around a little bit longer now and again. I forgot to buy Tails Azalea. Oops. All that can be done later. Yeah, later. Mundo into Leon. Sure hope Leon hasn't beaten this before. Yeah, I'm good on Belmondos for a while, and Belmonts too. Okay, Newt. Gun face. I don't know. Colonel Bahamut, who is also not Colonel Bahamut. The Moon of Belmont and Leon Belmont, they finally met. Okay, finally talk about what's more dangerous, aliens or vampires? Or vampire aliens. Right, I also muted the mic. Why did I do that? I've just been leaving it on between when I hit record and not. Because it's not like the middle section is going to be caught on camera. Well, nothing's going to be caught on camera. There's no camera. But not caught on mic. Especially not a hot mic. It's pretty dang chilly right now. Chilly. 3 million, the most Newt will ever did. Pliskin, it's Pliskin. And here ends the last of the easy characters. What a sad, sad day. Hey, there's Simon Belmont, there's Trevor Belmont, there's Christopher Belmont, and there's Sonia Belmont. We got a load of Belmonts, almost more than we could count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what comes after 4, but I sure know this is 4 Belmonts. You know, if you put 4 Belmonts on the edge of a cliff and one falls off, does time work the same way? Oh, I was just watching it tick past 28 and I was like, why bother hitting the record? Why would I need to do something intelligent like do that? And this is the last nice easy group of 4 in a row. After this I have to go hunting. Oh wow, that's getting dangerous. That's way too dangerous. I got like no levels. Go, Simon, carry us through to the end. Well, I had a wake anyway. I didn't bother getting the other arcana because lazy. Sure. And if for some reason you're wondering why it's so easy to miss characters on this, well, there's 82 characters. And I'm recording like multiple hours in a row. And my spreadsheet gets messed up. And also for things that are on the like lower half of the bar, it's actually kind of a pain to scroll down on console. Like obviously it's super easy on PC where you can just move the mouse and drag it down. If you try to go right a lot of the times on console to get to the menu to scroll it down, it just goes to the top for some reason. It's really annoying. Well, it held back the Emerald Tide. Will the rest of the Ode to Castlevania crew have no issues fighting through? Boy, I sure hope so. It'd be really dangerous if I had it. Add not to. There's a word in there that's probably correct. Okay. Juice Belmont, Charlotte Allin, Elizabeth Bartley, and Julia LaForce will have successfully finished their time in Vampire Survivors until the next update drops in. It might actually be out now. Thus, we come on to Reinhard Schneider, Eric Lacard, Vincent Doran, and the Count of Saint Germain. Or the Germain of Saint Counts, if you wanted to get the name completely wrong. Anyway, Emerald Diorama got Sword Brothers on the Sword Guy, so all is right in the world. 136 damage on that Sword Brother. Slash, even at the start that does so much. A lot of the teams that struggle don't have Sword Brothers. Turns out, that's a good thing to have. Thus, I find out that I could have just gone here all the time and had much less of an issue because this would have been a much more open area. Somehow it just never occurred to me to fight, despite the fact that I went into it, the circle spot, multiple times to just jump into the portal. Young Maria Renardo, thank God, an invincible character. I don't have to pay attention to any of this. I can just hit that git, triple that speed, and not have to worry about a thing in the world. Yum. Chew them up, dog heads, yeah. Oh, that RPG's doing a lot. Yet, I still kind of don't want it. Just because of doing the solo weapon with it. Showed its weakness so very much. Oh, oop, I got distracted trying to investigate something, and then the match ended. Well, it's not like there's any ever danger, what with young Maria Renard being invincible. It was kind of a shame to waste Blue Crescent Moon for now on someone who else could have been escorted better. Yeah. Okay, now this is a team that's gonna be some struggling because we've got Wind, Jonathan and Charlotte and Jonathan and Celia Fortner. Look at that. The first enemy just ran in with no one even remotely pretending to be able to stop it. Why the hell did that karma coin not go to the guy who actually got the karma coin? Oh, unless it's getting Refectio healed and I just confused myself. That's always a distinct possibility. Or a distinct coincidence. Oh boy, oh boy. No surprise that this team would have so much trouble. That's what you get when you have some of the weakest combos around, right? None of these characters I would call the top of the tier. Just pain and agony the whole way through. Also, there was obviously a very big red gem that I could not reach. It fell out of bounds, and that was unfortunate because it was probably like 40 levels. Wow, that's sad. Wind. Shaft was trying to sneak through, not beating Emerald Diorama, but I caught him. And it's time for some chaos to escort us to the end of Emerald Diorama and the end of the Vampire Survivors BESWEC. Until the DLC is released and I get 3 more stages and like 25 more characters. So that'll add a couple hundred more back on. But surely with this release, the next one won't be till next September. It's only a couple hundred. It's not a couple thousand like last time. Oh man, I should move before like game crashes from everything. Don't want any more chaos crashes, though I've heard the new characters in the DLC cause a lot of crashes. Is not good. On the other hand, we'll have to wait and see. Because for right now, we're ending on Emerald Diorama and the Vampire Survivors BESWEC. 1 year after the last time it ended. At least I think it's been 1 year. I could look that up, but no. The Vampire Survivors BESWEC has ended once again. And then you have to check it off. It's been a long, arduous journey, and in no way whatsoever worth it. The Vampire Survivors BESWEC has successfully beaten every stage with every character. That brings us to a grand total of 4,758 stage character combinations beaten and 0 more to go, for like 5 minutes. Thank you for watching. I hope you had some fun. Please like, dislike, comment, and subscribe on the right. God, it's been so many frickin' videos and I still can't get that right. Subscribe in the center. Start the BESWEC on the right. And then check out me going insane into the anti-Boletario update. Those are correct things, aren't they?